Okay, greetings from TaiyangNews, all about solar. My name is Michael Schmela, and I'm the managing director. And I'm happy to welcome you of our team, which is based in Europe and Asia. Today we are holding our first TaiyangNews Inverters and Battery Storage Conference. And we are very excited to do that. We've taken on this topic and technology combination. As you all know, the solar world is quickly changing. It's different in different parts of the world, but especially in mature markets, it's not just about producing as much solar as possible with your solar system anymore, like it was in the past, but it's also about doing it intelligently. So we have to do or supply solar when it's needed, and we have to do it with the purpose of stretching the midday peak, which is getting steeper and steeper, to provide in concert with other renewables. Ultimately, that's what we're striving for, a 24/7 renewable power supply. So I've just brought some slides for my intro speech this time. And here you can see negative energy prices in the European Union. In the European Union, we've installed at the moment, I believe, around 320 gigawatt of solar today. And the days of negative power prices is increasing rapidly, as you can see here on this slide on the left from Bloomberg. Last year, we've seen an unprecedented record of negative prices in Europe, with occurrences of negative prices in more than half of the 50 bidding zones of the EU. So, this trend is continuing. Moreover, we see also, you don't see that on the slides, but that's also happening, increasingly lower solar capture prices. That's really one of the terms we have to deal with here in Europe and other mature markets. That means the value of solar is simply decreasing because of grid congestion and the already mentioned midday peaks. And that makes it harder for developers to build in the end systems, because they have to convince investors to finance and also to sell their power profitable. That's why we need more electrification, more grid investments, and finally, and that's what inverters and storage is about, flexibility. I've taken here a slide from Solar Power Europe's Mission 2040 report, which was published in the spring, and this clearly shows that additional investments in batteries and the grid, and the first, so batteries obviously is much easier than grid expansion, both on the distributed and the transmission side. This would result in net electricity cost savings of 30 billion by 2030 and 160 billion by 2040. This shows simply what's possible and what's also needed to get solar growing. And that's also the reason why the battery market is growing as much as it does in Europe. It's really booming, growing much, much faster than solar on the continent today. So in this also market outlook from Solar Power Europe, which was published in June, it clearly shows 30-40% average annual growth rates for solar in the coming years. And the medium scenario, which is a line, is in fact, probably rather a conservative number when we hear about the pipeline, in particular of in front of the meter side storage. It's going rather to the top. You can see also in these pie charts that utility scale in particular has gained the major share that was different during the energy crisis, and it's supposed to stay that way and probably dominate maybe even more than we forecast here. And that's why we need intelligent solar inverters in cooperation with huge capacities of batteries to address these challenges, to keep the grid stable. That's why we created this event and tagged it Inverters and Battery Storage, Technology and Application Trends for the Brain and the Mitochondria of latest solar power systems. Okay, that was my short intro. Before delving into the details of today's agenda, let me say again, thank you to our sponsors supporting this event. If you enjoy our events and reports and like to sponsor, speak, or advertise, please get in touch. My colleagues are happy to send you our new 2025 media date. Just a few words on housekeeping. Please use the chat function. This is, as you are an experienced attendee of our events, our virtual discussion room, where you can chat with anyone around publicly. We really use it as a coffee room, so please feel free to make statements, to comment, and ask questions, also to answer questions. But when you do that, in any case, be nice, even if you don't agree with what maybe your competitor has said and stated. Okay, let's quickly look at the agenda. We have 5 speakers in the next coming 3 hours, and we try to cover the segment and batteries and storage for various applications. Keynote will be given by Frank Mu from German project developer BayWa. He will tell us, hopefully, some secrets how they procure batteries and inverters. His talk will be followed by Yuthing Wu from module and battery manufacturer Jinko Solar, who will delve more into the C&I side of the battery business. We have inverter storage company Hopewind's Alvaro Sanon to look into the utility segment. And so does then also Germany's SMA's Isabel Cachato, but she will focus more on a software-based solution for companies to utilize solar and storage hybrid systems and create the services that the system is needing more and more. The final presentation will come from Enphase Alex Kremek, who will shine light on the residential segment with a particular focus on plug-in solutions, a very quickly growing segment in Europe. The event will conclude with a panel with Alexander and Isabel, and the theme will be how to really smarten solar systems through inverters, battery storage, and digitalization, and I will have the pleasure to moderate that. And that would bring us to the end of our presentation, of our event in 3 hours.